What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome along to episode number 8 of the F1 22 Road to GOAT Career Mode series for the British Grand Prix, our first ever home race in Formula 1. So if you guys didn't miss the last episode, make sure to go check that one out. There'll be a card on the top right hand corner of your screen now. We did well in that last episode and try and continue the momentum today with potentially another points finish. So in terms of strategy for the race today, we're looking at a simple one stop on the mediums to the hard tyres, go pit on lap 11, go 15 laps on the hards till the end and decrease the fuel as always as well. Right, no more talking, we'll get right into it for today's race. It's for 5 red lights for the British Grand Prix, our first ever home race. Lights out, foot to the floor, go, go, go. Not the best of getaways compared to Schumacher on our left there. Bottas goes charging up the middle as we head towards the first corner. So move over to the left-hand side, we're going to try and get him at turn number 1. We managed to get around him. Schumacher loses it there right in front of us. We hit the back one, but we're lucky to have not picked up damage there. We're booked inside of both cars, and we got Gasly on the outside as well. So moved up into P12 here, just from that one move. Gasly's still down on our inside, so he might try and challenge. We're going to focus on going around the outside of Alonso if we can, though, to make our way through these opening couple of corners. They're stuck back into the line behind him. But all in all, a decent getaway. Not the best off the line, but we've managed to make it work a few corners into the lap. Gasly might try and go on the attack, but I think we're all good there. So we're going to try and focus on what's going on in front of us. Ricardo and Magnussen going out to P8 there. They're side by side, going to the next right-hander, dragging around the outside of Alonso again, but I don't think it's going to work this time. We're going to pull alongside him, only just, but not enough to try and go for a move there. So pushing on now. On to the end of the second lap of this race and the start of the third. The DRS is now deployed for the first time today as Alonso and Ocon battle in front of us, going into turn 1, about a second behind them. Yellow flags are flying at the moment, not quite sure what's going on there. We may have someone going slow up front, unsure as to what the issue is at this point. There's a car pulled over to the side on the right, and that's Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari is out of the Grand Prix this early on at Silverstone. No idea what's happened. Could it be another mechanical failure plaguing the Monegasque here? Is that it already happened in Baku and it's happening again here at Silverstone? And there is the Ferrari engine blowing up in the back of that machine. Very unfortunate for Leclerc. It's his second retirement in about 3 races or so. So very unfortunate to pull a car over to the side. And this championship is slowly going up in smoke here. So his first retirement of the Grand Prix as the engine peters out to nothingness. And we're going to continue pushing on here to lap number 5 in an attempt to try and get around Alonso once again. He's still got Ocon and Magnussen just in front of him. We're trying on the outside of Alonso again, similar to how we did in the opening lap. That seems to be the strategy, try and get them around the outside today. It's not going to work once again, so we've clearly learned nothing. We're going to get a good toe behind him as he charges towards Copse for the 5th time in this Grand Prix. I'm making our way towards the corner now. Going to get inside of him. We're very careful not to make contact, and we've forced him just a little bit wide there. We've managed to make it work though, and we're still moving up past him. But he's still alongside us. He's heading to Magnussen Beckett, so he gets the edge on us going into the first corner. But through the chicanes, we've managed to slide just right in front of him and move up into the points-paying places. So we scored points in Canada. We'll try and score points again if we can. But DRS trying to pull away from him as best we can, but he's going to move back to the outside here. That Alpine's got a lot more speed than our Williams does. The problem we've been faced with all season when challenging the midfield. We're still on the inside though. We've got the better line going into the corner. Alonso has no choice but to fall away. And we're up into P10 for good. But one man of the OVX, Alonso will still be chasing us as we move on to lap number 7 of this Grand Prix. And we're now chasing Magnussen and Ocon for position, trying to get them as quickly as we can. Alonso still a force behind us. So look at the inside of Magnussen going into this next corner. We're still alongside him on the exit. Let's try and get him the next left-hander as well. So the battle continues on. Magnussen's still there on our inside. If we can get the best traction off the corner, we might have a better chance. As we go around the outside, DRS now deployed. Magnussen falls away, and we're into P9. And our next target now being Alonso's teammate Esteban Ocon. As Alonso now looks to the inside, going into the left-hander. Next corner, and it's a double whammy for Magnussen. Almost he's lost out 2 places, but gets one back off Alonso. The pair of them go side by side behind us as we try and catch the Frenchman just ahead. Unfortunately, by the time we get to the end of lap number 11, we had no luck with that whatsoever. About a second behind Ocon as we pull it into the pit lane to make what should be our only stop of this Grand Prix. We're going to hit the pit limiter at the right time once again. We yet to have any issues with that over the course of this season. We're going to fall down the order as expected, coming to the pit lane for what will be a fresh set of hard tyres. Now, we're pitting a lap earlier than everyone else, and that could potentially cost us down the line. But the pit strategy worked out last time in Canada, so we're going to see if it works out again as well. In we come now for the Williams team to make their stop into the pits and make the change onto those hard tyres and get away as quickly as we can here. Let's go on a pretty quick lap in order to get everyone. We'll try and get around them once again as they make their way out of the pit lane for their stops. 2.7 stop from the crew as making their way down towards the end of lap number 12. The rest of the guys we're chasing are still in the pit lanes. That pack around us, we're the only ones to pit on that lap, so the pack around us are still going for their stops. And so they're making their way towards the exit of the pit lane now. It's been very close when we get to turn 1. I get the feeling we'll be coming out just a little bit behind them at this stage. So it can be very, very tight. I can see them making their way now out of the pit lane into the exit and back out onto the racetrack to continue racing. And Alonso and Gasly are both out there in front of us. We've come out in front of Bottas and Stroll, so we've lost places in the pits to Gasly, Alonso and Magnussen as well. So very unfortunate for us there. The strategy hasn't quite worked out as well as I hoped it would, and so we've got to try and get back through them. It's question that number 13 go on the attack against Pierre Gasly. The first of the three drivers need to attack in order to get back towards those points paying places. He's got the DRS team, he's got DRS too, but we're getting more of a run on him. He locks him and goes straight on there. So we're going to move up another place, nice and easy there. Gasly making the mistake, we've forced him into the error, and we're up into P15. That'll change in a few moments' time when more drivers come to make their stops. So they make way through on the exit. We've run on the grass a little bit there in order to try and stop ourselves from hitting Schumacher, just running our general line. It looks like Guan Yu Zhou, where's he come from? He's come out in front of us as well. Schumacher's still being a threat behind us, so let's try and hold him off. Let's try and focus as well on what's going on in front of us. So just 2 places away from the points. So still a bit more to do if we want to try and end up with some points in this Grand Prix. We're chasing Zhou down the Wellington Straight here with the use of the DRS, but he's got the toe off Alonso as well, so that's going to help him to some degree. Both Alonso and Magnussen sitting in front of our next target. Go look to the outside, maybe this time it'll pay off. Around the outside we go on the exit. We're going to pull in front, and that's the first time today that move has actually worked. We've tried it multiple times with Alonso to no avail. We've managed to make it work though on Guan Yu Zhou, so we're up into P11 and now 1 place away, and that is Kevin Magnussen, our next target. We're going to have to go for another move here heading towards the last couple of corners. Verstappen sets the fastest lap in front. There we go, going to look to the inside of Magnussen, going into the corner now, nice and smooth, late on the stoppers, job done there. And now, once again, we find ourselves chasing after one Fernando Alonso, 2-time world champion, chasing him down in our Williams machine. Do we have what it takes to pull it off? It's supposed to be lap number 18 here. There's not long to go in this Grand Prix, and Russell's out of the session. George Russell becomes the second retirement of this British Grand Prix in the summer heat, clearly getting to a number of cars today, as there is Russell on the right-hand side. He's out of it. Not quite sure what's going on. It might have been a different issue to Leclerc. It looks to be an internal failure of some kind, because there's no kind of smoke coming out of the car as Perez and Verstappen go flying past him to get into the podium place. He was running in second position in his home Grand Prix, and I can't imagine anything more heartbreaking than that. Hamilton, his teammate, goes on to try and pursue a podium place and extend his championship lead if he can. It's gone to lap number 25 now. A good few laps later, we've been chasing Alonso with no success, running in P9. Magnussen 6.7 seconds behind us. He's no threat to us unless we make a mistake. Alonso is our main priority right now, just trying to get around him if we can, but it's been a struggle against him throughout this entire Grand Prix. We're right on his back bumper, and we've hit him there. We've made a slight bit of contact, and we've lost any momentum yet out of the corner. Alonso pulls away here, and that might be all she wrote. Here comes Sainz now as he pushes into the last lap. He's coming through to take his second victory of this season. He took his first one in Spain. He took his first real-life victory here in the 22 Grand Prix at Silverstone. He's going to win it once again here. Sainz comes out on top here at the British Grand Prix, his second victory of this season. But our focus is on Alonso, and unfortunately, we weren't able to catch him. Alonso was just too quick for us at the end of the day. That mistake on the penultimate lap really set us back quite a way, and I tried to catch him, pushed more and more, didn't quite happen. So the master triumphs over the student in this duel, but regardless, we're going to come to the final corner now to claim points at the home Grand Prix for ourselves and for Williams. That's 2 more valuable points for the championship. Great stuff there. So all in all, a very, very exciting race. P9 in the end. Very good stuff all around. And we've also managed to do enough to win Driver of the Day as well. So all in all, a fantastic performance, and I'm very, very happy with that.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looks in doubt. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again.
So there's your final podium then. Carlos Sainz is the winner of the 2022 British Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton shockingly comes home in second place. He managed to get both Red Bulls on the last lap, so that was very good stuff from him. And Perez comes home third, leaving Verstappen settle for fourth. So, but for us, P9, a brilliant race all around. It's a shame that our teammate Alexander Albon, we've heard little of him over the course of this Grand Prix and over the last couple of races. So it's unfortunate he's been able to keep with us. But 4 points for the team, really good stuff. So final results then, Sainz wins from Hamilton and Perez, Verstappen, Norris and Ricciardo, Ocon, Alonso, ourselves in 9th, and Magnussen takes the final point over his teammate Mick Schumacher. So in terms of the Drivers' Championship, then Lewis Hamilton extends his championship lead to 31 points, but signs the victory, moves into second, and Leclerc now down in 5th. That retirement leaving him 44 points off the lead, and Russell with another retirement still there in 6th. We've got 4 points to our names now, a 4-way tie with ourselves, Schumacher, Tsunoda, and Bottas. So 4 different teams fighting over P12 in the Drivers' Championship, 4 different cars. In terms of those Constructors' Championship points, we now have 4 to our name, all 4 of them scored by us. 1 point off Alfa Romeo, 2 off Haas, and 6 off AlphaTauri, as Mercedes continue to lead over Red Bull. So that's the end of the video then. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, then make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more regular Formula 1 content. Until next time, you guys, I shall see you in the next video. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.